guys, here in Australia, you pay rent weekly. You pay rent every week. It would range between 1,350 to 2,700. So you would spend between 1,350 to 2,700. This is for a single person. I'm not talking about people that have family. I'm talking of you by yourself alone, expenses just for you. This Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whatever the time it is you're watching this video. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lola. If you're seeing me for the very first time, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, if you're seeing me for the very first time, welcome to my YouTube channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, a round of applause for you too. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in again. So today is a very exciting video. So just before I continue, I would like to let you know the kind of videos I make on my channel, so you guys will decide if you'd like to subscribe or not. But please do subscribe. I hope you do subscribe. So I make vlogs, I make cooking videos, I make lifestyle, fitness. Once in a while, it's in like fitness is incorporated in my vlogs. Cooking is also incorporated. I have a few cooking videos. I'll link them here and I'll link them here and there in this video. Yes, and I also talk about education, like student life in Australia, cost of living here in Australia, and things like that. So if you like to see more of those kind of videos, then do subscribe. Click on the subscribe button. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, so you are the first to know when I upload a new video. You need to click on the notification bell. It's the red bell right next to the subscribe button. You'll be the first to know every time I upload new videos. I upload videos weekly. Sorry guys, it's a bit loud. I upload new videos weekly and sometimes twice a week. Yes. So mostly every Saturday there'll be a new video on my YouTube channel. So click on the subscribe button so you are the first to know when I upload a new video. Okay. So now let's get right into the video. We've gotten all the shenanigans out of the way. Let's get right into this video, okay? So guys, today, as you can tell from the title, it would be the cost of living in Australia. Yes, the average cost of living in Australia. For those of you who do not know, I'm an international student here in Australia, and I'll be talking about the cost studying here, and I'll be telling you the average cost of living in Australia. And I'm doing this video based on the fact that I'm seeing that in my analytics, my YouTube analytics, people are actually interested in knowing the cost of living in Australia, average cost and all of that. So I decided to do a video specifically for that. So keep on watching so you guys will know the average cost of living here in Australia. This is based on the city I live in. See me looking that because I have things written down here, so pardon me. I have to, just so I can give you guys detailed video, I tend to try and write things down just so you guys get all the full tea. Okay, yeah, so we'll break it down to the different expenses you'd have, the average basic expenses you'd have here in Australia. So we have food. Yes, as a foodie, I had to mention that first. There's foodie, there is food, there is accommodation. Like, I feel like the basic is accommodation, feeding, clothing, and like other miscellaneous expenses. Let's start with accommodation. So we have rent. So rent here varies in my city. It varies from, I live in Tasmania, yeah, by the way, in case I forgot to mention that. So the average rent in my city, this is just, I'm giving you guys a price point depending. So if you are in a shared house or accommodation where you would probably still have your own private room, but you share other facilities, you share like the kitchen, the bathroom, and the living area with other people, but you have your privacy in your room, right? So you could get rent from, depending on what area you live in, right, from like $160, $160 Australian dollars to around $250. So guys, here in Australia, you pay rent weekly. You pay rent every week. It's not every month or anything. Some places you pay every fortnight, so every 2 weeks you'd pay rent. So either you pay rent every week or every 2 weeks. So for every week, all the expenses I'm giving you now are going to be like, if it's, I'm going to specify. So this one is weekly. Rent is approximately between 160 to 250 weekly. But if you have money and you can afford it, guys, you can also rent like a studio apartment by yourself, a 1-bedroom apartment, or a house by yourself, 2-bedroom apartment if you like, or even like, studio is like everything in one place. Apartments is like there's a room separately, right? Like 1-bedroom apartment. So if you want something like that, be budgeting around 350, from 350 till like 500, guys. It could go more than that. So that's averagely what you would pay every week. Yes, so that is rent. And this is just the bill for the house. This excludes your electricity, your water bill, or all those other little expenses that come with renting a house, right? So that is one. Next would be internet. Let's say for your internet, it depends. It could go from like $65 to $80 or even $100 per month. So internet is like per month. So from 60, actually you could get a good system for like $60 per month. And so here's what I was saying. If you're living in a shared accommodation, you split the bills, right? So you'll be splitting the bill for the, what's it called, internet. So if it's a 2-bedroom place and you have a housemate, if you are 2 of you or 3 of you, then you'll split that bill, right? So that is internet. Therefore, phone bill, for your phone, to use internet on your phone and all of that. Mostly, yeah, because like if you already pay for internet at home, you only need like to use your phone mobile data when you're out of the house, right? Because when you're at home, you connect to your Wi-Fi. So if you're out of the house, your mobile data could range from like $28 to $40 per month. So this is a monthly expense too. Yeah, that expense would be feeding. So let's move on to feeding now. So for grocery will depend on your budget. So I would say it depends. You could spend anything between $50 to $100 or $150 as a person, one person, weekly, depending on what you are buying, what you are eating. So to do grocery shopping. So if you cook at home by yourself, you could spend, from 50, depends on what you're cooking. I know it's, 50 is kind of small, right? Yeah, so this is just average, right? Averagely, at least $50. And I say this because, over time, you'd probably accumulate some grocery stuffs in the house, like maybe rice or oil or flour or things like that you won't finish at once. So that's why I'm saying $50. So, because you're cooking for yourself, for meats and all of those things. So from 50 to, okay, I feel like 50 is too small. So let's say from $70 all the way to $100 or $150, depending on what you're cooking or what you like to eat. Yes, so that is average cost. Would be entertainment. Maybe you subscribe to Netflix or you subscribe to that. Netflix here is $10.99. So that's for Netflix. So if you're someone that eats out a lot, eating out could cost you, it could cost you between it could cost you between from $50, I think, each time. But some places are quite cheap. I've gone to places like the Taiwanese place I went the other day, which I would link up here. I don't think I spent more than $30 for the food. 30, 35, and I think 30 maximum I spent on that big bowl of food that you guys saw me eat. So I'll link that video up here. Do check it out. Yeah, so depending on where you go and what you're after, so that would be how much you could. I put entertainment like your Netflix and your food, like if you're eating out with friends and things like that together. Another thing would be your bills now, electricity and water. So if you live in a house here in Australia, you would pay for electricity and you pay for water bill, right? But if you live in an apartment, you only pay for like when I say in a house, like a house where you have your yard and your front yard or whatever, that is not an apartment, you usually pay for electricity separately. You pay electricity and water bills separately. But if you live in an apartment, mostly it's just electricity you have to pay. But in saying that, your hot water and your water bills is kind of inside your electricity bill. When you live in an apartment, they don't bring you a separate bill. That's what I've realized. Excuse me. So yeah, so electricity bill could range depending. If it's winter months and you put on the heater a lot, you could end up paying like between 200, 250 to 300 for that month. And if you live in a shared house, you share it with your housemates, right? But if you live by yourself, you pay the bills by yourself, right? And that's electricity. That's for winter months. If it's not winter, it's like summer where you are mostly just using hot water and you're cooking, and the bills would drop significantly. So it could be anywhere from $100 for the whole month. That's averagely, yes. So it depends on where you live, what cities, because I feel like cities vary, like these bills vary from city to city. Some cities are more expensive than other cities, as you all know. So that is another example. Yes, that thing would be transportation. So as an international student here, some schools, it depends on the school you are in, you might get extra how will I call it, like you get deals on transport where you don't pay as much as everyone else, or you can load your card for a specific amount and you can use it as much as you want. But for me personally, for my school doesn't have that, so I pay the regular bill. So you just load you get your transport card. I'll show you guys what the transport card looks like. This is what my card looks like. It's the green card, smart ticketing. So that's my name. I put my name at the back just so it does not get lost. But yeah, so this is what it looks like. So for my city, for transport card, you can use this for tram, but there's no tram in my city. You can use this for bus. Basically, there's metro bus. There's a particular bus that this would work on. It's called metro bus here. It's for the government, yeah. So transport usually costs, like for a trip, is $2.80 if I'm not mistaken. But here's the trick. If you, let's say I go out today now, 1 p.m, right? And I know like I'll be able to like go and come back in 1 hour. So let's say you tap on. So you tap the card on the thing on the bus to get on, and it charges you $2.80, right? You get off, do your errands. So let's say, for example, now I get on at 1 p.m. and at 1:45 I'm done and I'm ready to go back home, right? Come back home, and I get on the bus again, bringing me back home, and I tap my card. So the thing is, here, from what I know, right, you don't pay twice if your journey is within 1 hour. So like they only charge you for going, they won't charge you for coming back. It's just going to say transfer. They will not charge you for that. So that's good. So if you are running errands and you just want to do something quickly, you could get to use that and you would save some money like that. So $2.80, and I think you can load minimum of, actually you can load any amount you want on your card. I don't think there's a minimum. You can load $5, $10, $20, $50, depending on how much you would use per month or per week. So this, for transportation, I feel like it varies depending on if you are going out a lot or if you are not. I think those are like the basic major costs. For clothing, I didn't calculate clothing because I feel like that depends on individuals. There will be another video on my channel on how to say tips to save money as an international student in Australia. So you can watch that up here, right? I feel like I'm saying so too much. Sorry guys, I keep looking at it because it's so loud and they're just messing with my video. 8 hours. Yes. So I said so again. I'm banning myself from saying so to the end of this video. Let's see how that goes. Please give me another word to use for so. I didn't mention clothing because I feel like it varies based on individuals. So it depends on your pocket or how much. So I'm sorry guys, we cannot get rid of so apparently. So you would have to, clothing would depend on how much you want to spend. And I feel like clothing is not something you buy monthly. So there are months that will go by, you don't need anything and you'll not buy anything. And there are months that you need something, you need a new pair of jeans or a new pair of jacket or things like that. I think those are all my tips. So let's calculate how much everything will be together, excluding clothing. Clothing, I didn't put a budget, but I'm thinking now maybe we could put a budget of maybe 150 or yeah, 150 in a month, depending, or even $100 in a month, depending on what you're buying actually, right? And so for rent, if it's a shared accommodation, you'd spend like $1,000 on rent. For groceries, you'd spend, if you calculated like $70, you spend like $280 per month on groceries. For internet, you spend like $65 if you live alone, like minimum $65 to $100 depending. And if you live in a shared apartment, you can spend as low as $32, $30 or 20-something dollars because you're sharing the bill with other housemates, right? And then for entertainment, like $11 to $80, depending on how much you eat out, right? So everything together, electricity, I put $150 for like winter months if you're living in a shared accommodation. But if you're living by yourself, it might vary. It might be more than that or less than that, depending on how you use your electricity, right? And so averagely, right, I've calculated it, and averagely I feel like if you are living, like it would range between 1,350 to 2,700. So you would spend between 1,350 to 2,700. This is for a single person. I'm not talking about people that have family. I'm talking of you by yourself alone, expenses just for you. This is including rent. So like I mentioned, rent is paid weekly here or fortnightly depending. And yes, so you need to put all of that into consideration when you're moving here or when you're trying to calculate bills. So calculate things weekly rather than monthly, because like you either get paid weekly, yeah, you get paid like weekly or fortnightly. Some places they do pay you monthly, right? But I feel like most places here in Australia pay you weekly or fortnightly. So you have to calculate how you'd spend your money. You'd divide, like you have to divide and conquer basically. So divide, okay, I pay internet money weekly, internet money monthly. So when you get your weekly bill, you can try and budget and remove a small amount of it, like a small amount for internet separately or for things that you know that they come monthly, so that everything does not eat you at once. Yeah, so I think so guys, I think I've covered most of the stuff for this video. Let me know in the comment section if you have questions for me. I am more than happy to answer your questions, okay? So leave me comments in the section, interact with me, like, share, subscribe to my channel. You guys know the drill by now, yeah? Like, share, subscribe, leave me comments if you have questions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and actually watch it. I hope this video is useful to someone. Yes, and if you did enjoy this video, please give me a massive thumbs up and also subscribe to my YouTube channel, right? So I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching, and I'll be signing out here today, okay? See you guys later. Bye guys. Bye guys. Mwah. Mwah. Bye guys.